What's going on, everybody? Mike here with iSMELL. Hope this video is finding everyone well. So with spring in full swing, at least within the fragrance community, what I wanted to do today was to provide to y'all some excellent spring fragrances that should definitely be on your radar right now. In order to achieve this, we are going to be collaborating with the one, the only, the real Nima over at the Neem Fragrances. I'm pretty sure by now most of y'all know how these collaborations work, but for those of y'all that don't, let me explain. Here in a second, I'm gonna hand it on over to Neem. He's gonna run you through some of his favorite spring fragrances right now. He'll kick it off back to me, and then I'm gonna be doing the same. In totality, this will be a top 10 list of spring fragrances for 2023. In the spirit of not rambling though, I will go ahead and hand it on over to Neem now. I really do hope to see y'all back over here in a few.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you reaching out to me for this collaboration. Hi everyone, my name is Nima, and my channel's name is called the Neem Fragrance. So in today's episode, I'm going to be naming you my top 5 favorite fragrances that I'll be wearing this spring. So let's jump right into it. For my first pick, I chose by the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this is Light Blue Forever. So this one, when you first apply it on, you're going to get hit with a nice realistic grapefruit opening. It's very aromatic, very spicy, fresh. And as it transitions in the mid, we're going to get some ozonic notes and violet leaf. And as it dries down, it's going to become woody, earthy, and a bit musky. This one is a great one. So when it lingers in the air, you're going to get this nice scent trail to it that is going to get people's attention. I know I had a few compliments with this one, and has good performance and good longevity. This one's discontinued, but you could still find it in the discounters and probably in some of your department stores near you. So definitely do give this one a try if you like the note grapefruit. For my second pick, I chose by the house of Hermes, and this one's called H24 Eau de Toilette. Now this one's very unique smelling. So when you first apply it on, we're gonna get some floral notes. It's gonna be a little bit musky and a little bit woody and earthy. I get some metallic notes in here. This one's a great one to own if you're looking for a unique fragrance with good longevity and good performance. Now this one is not for everyone, so I don't recommend blind buying it. So I recommend going to the store, testing it out, see how you like it, apply it on your skin, and if you like it, make the purchase. And what's great about these ones, it's a refillable bottle, so you could always refill your bottles and it'll be cost effective. For my third pick is going to be from a niche house, and the one that I have here with me is Parfums de Marly Sedley. So this one, when you first apply it on, is going to be very citrusy. We're also going to get a mint, so we're going to get some freshness to it. It's very aromatic. As it transitions in the mid, we're going to get lavender, which going to gives it a nice fresh and clean scent accord to it, along with rosemary and geranium. So we're going to get some green notes. And in the base, we're going to get this nice woody, earthy, musky dry down. This one's very mass appealing, easy to wear. You can wear it in all situations. And if you're starting your niche journey, this is a great one to pick up. So definitely check this one out. For my fourth pick, I chose by the house of Hermes again. And the one that I have here with me is Thru Eau Givrée. So this one, when you first apply it on, it's extremely citrusy. We're going to get citron, which is a bright dried citrus note. And as it transitions in the mid, we're going to get juniper berries and also some pepper. So it's going to give that spiciness to it. Then also we're going to get some woodiness and some mineral notes in the dry down. This one's very simple fragrance to me. I feel like this one could be a unisex fragrance. Anyone can wear. It's very bright. This one's going to be a little bit sharp off the top, but as it settles down, it's going to become very aromatic. And this fragrance is not one of those fragrances that are going to get you compliments. It's just a very pleasant citrus fragrance, very simple, easy to wear, very uplifting. I get very energized wearing this, and it's a great one. And if you like the Thru line, you're probably going to like this one. And what's great about this one also, it's a refillable bottle. You could always refill your bottles, and it's cost effective. And for my last pick, I chose by the house of Chanel, and the one that I have here with me is called Platinum Egoist. So this one, when you first apply it on, it's going to be very fresh and clean. We're going to get some lavender in there, some herbal notes. So it's going to be very aromatic, very spicy, fresh, and it dries down to a very pleasant, woody dry down. I love this fragrance. It's a masterpiece. It's one of those fragrances that is very easy to wear. You can wear it in all situation. You can wear it in all season, in my opinion. And it's a big compliment getter. I've got a lot of compliments on this one. What's great about this one, not a lot of people are wearing it these days, so you could stand out. This fragrance is like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. It's one of those fragrances that you must add to your collection. If you're like your green, kind of like your barbershop type of fragrance with some metallic notes, definitely pick yourself a bottle. You will not regret this one. Thank you everyone for watching my list. Mike, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be part of your channel. It was a great experience and I hope to collaborate with you more in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'm going to pass it on to Mike. Take care, guys. Peace.
Thank you, Neem, for providing some of your favorite spring fragrances with us. Coming into this, I knew you would nail it, and you absolutely did. The aesthetics of how you present your videos are always top notch, man. Again, I really do appreciate you doing this collaboration. And to piggyback off of your last choice, just in general, Chanel Platinum Egoise is an excellent fragrance, you guys. It's a signature scent-worthy fragrance that can be worn all year, but it is one that is going to shine within the spring season. It's one that I enjoy so much. I featured it in my last year's spring video. If anyone is interested in checking that out, I will leave a marker up there, but I'm not here to ramble. I'm here to talk about some fragrances. We have quite a bit to get through, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. In regards to this first fragrance, we are going to be sticking with the house of Chanel. If you are in the market for a citrus fragrance that doesn't smell like every other citrus fragrance in your collection and one that will instantly put you in a great mood whenever you wear it, this is definitely an option worth exploring. Fragrance number one, again, comes from the house of Chanel. The name of this fragrance is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. All right, so this one has been deemed within the fragrance community as the lemon meringue pie fragrance, and I'm inclined to agree. I can definitely see where people make and draw those comparisons due to the fragrance's lemony and almost creamy demeanor. The notable notes in Allure Homme Edition Blanche is going to include lemon, bergamot, sandalwood, tonka, vetiver, as well as musk. I'll give you a couple sprays and let you know what I smell in this fragrance. The opening is going to be an amalgamation, a plethora, if you will, of citrus notes, which instantly puts you in a great mood. It has an uplifting effect. It's a lighthearted fragrance, but because it's a Chanel, there's a certain level of sophistication about itself. Throughout the mid, it is going to get creamy, sweet, and semi-musky. It lives in that space for quite a bit. And then in the dry down, it gets even more creamy because of that dry, woody sandalwood base. And again, that sandalwood base is contributing to the warm sweetness and the creaminess that you are smelling in the dry down. All in all, it's an excellent fragrance. Although it doesn't have the best performance, I would never sit here and tell you that this fragrance goes beast mode. On my skin, I get about 3 hours, so you do have to spray and respray if you want it to last all day. Nonetheless, it's an excellent fragrance and one that puts me in an excellent mood every single time I wear it. It's one that I'm gonna be wearing the most this spring, if not only for the fact that it doesn't perform very well, it's just an excellent spring fragrance in general. The combination of citrus notes that they used and what they did to make this one creamy, it just makes it stand out versus a lot of other fragrances. Definitely one worth checking out this spring. At the number one spot from the house of Chanel, we have Allure Homme Edition Blanche. All right, so in regards to this next one, it is one that has been on my radar for the better part of a year and a half at this point. Safe to say, I am more than thrilled to finally have it in my collection and even more excited to finally share it with y'all. Fragrance number two comes from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. The name of this fragrance is L'Homme Ultime. All right, so L'Homme Ultime is a woody, fresh, and slightly floral fragrance that is 110% worthy of the hype it receives. In terms of the notable notes on L'Homme Ultime, what you're gonna get is ginger, grapefruit, rose, cardamom, sage, as well as cedar. I'll give you a couple sprays of this one as well. Yeah, you guys, in terms of how this one smells, it is nowhere near as citrusy in the opening as fragrance number 1. What you're gonna get instead is a warm, zesty, and slightly spicy aromatic kick coming from ginger. Ginger is one of the lifeblood notes of this fragrance. As the scent profile begins to settle, that's when the floral nuances come into play, and the floral nuance in this fragrance is rose. I'm not the biggest fan of rose, and I'm even a less of a fan once it starts to get jammy, but the rose note in this fragrance is subdued, and it's blended with a sage notes, which gives it kind of a green tinge. It's a beautiful fragrance, you guys. And then in the base, similar to how all the Cologne fragrances work, you are going to have a dry cedar wood base, and it kind of just rounds everything out in general. This is a fragrance similar to Chanel Platinum Egoiste that can be worn all year. It's a signature scent worthy fragrance, but in my opinion, it's one that's gonna absolutely shine in the spring weather. It's a fragrance I've already started to wear now that it's starting to heat up in Texas. One of my favorite fragrances in general at this point. At the number 2 spot from YSL, we have L'Homme Ultime. All right, so I do believe that every solid spring rotation should include at least one solid vetiver. That's the direction we're gonna be going with this next one. Fragrance number 3 was bought as a blind buy coming from the house of Adolfo Dominguez. The name of this fragrance is Aqua Fresca Vetiver. All right, so the Aqua Fresca collection is known for providing fresh smelling natural scent profiles, and Aqua Fresca Vetiver is no exception. In terms of the listed notes, what I pick up on is going to be bergamot, rhubarb, vetiver, neroli, lavender, as well as woods. In terms of how this one smells, the scent profile itself, assuming you have smelt Guerlain vetiver, neroli portofino, as well as even Tom Ford's original vetiver, you kind of have a baseline as to how this one smells. It's not a clone of any of them. Imagine a combination of all of them, an amalgamation, if you will. I'll give you a couple sprays and let you know what I smell on this one. Yeah, this one is gonna open up with bright citruses being blended with a bitter and almost even sour rhubarb note. Those citruses will begin to dissipate, but never fully, and then they move and transition into that earthy, warm vetiver, which is the lifeblood note of this fragrance, hence the name Aqua Fresca Vetiver. It lives in that space for a while and then will eventually dissipate into some of the more floral neroli aspects of this fragrance, but the neroli never takes over. That's why I kind of mentioned neroli portofino in its comparison. And then it will have a creamy from the lavender, dry down with warm woods dominating the base. I will admit that this is not the most formal vetiver in my collection. This is not one that I'm necessarily wearing to work. I would read for gray vetiver in that case, but when it's a daytime, nice day, out and about, this is an excellent vetiver. It's not as dark and brooding as Ancre Noir. It's more lighthearted. It's something that, similar to fragrance number 1, is gonna put you in a great mood when you wear it. Assuming you love vetiver, this is definitely one worth checking out. It's gonna be something different than everything else in your collection, which I always enjoy. That's what I find appealing in fragrances in general. Definitely one worth checking out this spring. At the number 3 spot from Adolfo Dominguez, we have Aqua Fresca Vetiver. Okay, so whereas all the fragrances that I have recommended so far, I would be comfortable in telling you that you could blind buy it and enjoy it, I'm not gonna say that with this next one because it's not a mass appealing scent profile. But if you are looking to mix it up this spring, add a little bit of variety into your collection, this one right here has the potential to be a statement maker. Fragrance number 4 comes from Gucci. The name of this fragrance is Gucci Guilty Cologne. All right, so Gucci Guilty Cologne in a nutshell is going to be a modern take on the Italian style cologne. And although it's not the most mass appealing scent profile that is going to draw you a ton of compliments, it is going to be unique to anything you already have on your shelf, and it is not going to smell like anything that you've encountered at the wild at Macy's, Dillard's, JCPenney's, etc. In terms of the scent profile and the note breakdown itself, it is quite unique. What I pick up on is juniper, bergamot, rosemary, heliotrope, violet, as well as musk. I'll give you a couple sprays on this one and let you know what I smell. Yeah, so don't get it twisted. This one does not overly done with the citruses, not by any stretch of the imagination. What you're being met with up front is a bitter green rosemary being blended with juniper, which gives this one a boozy, almost minty demeanor about itself. It will transition eventually into the heart note, which is both floral heliotrope as well as floral violet, which not only gives this one an ozonic nature, but when you blend those two notes together, it almost comes a bit powdery. That's what you're going to get throughout the mid, and then in the base you are going to be met with a heavy dose of musk. It's not the cleanest musk in the world. If anything, it's old school, masculine, done in the Italian style. Some might even say it's dirty. I don't think it's dirty. I just think it smells old school and masculine. Again, not the most mass appealing. Test drive before you buy, but if you are looking to mix it up this spring, add something a little bit different into your collection. Have a situational fragrance, not something that you're gonna wear every day, but something that when you reach for it, you know you're gonna smell different than everybody out there. It's a talking piece type of fragrance. Definitely check this one out. It's one that I have in my collection. I enjoy it. I don't wear it all the time, but I am happy to have it in my collection and happy to share it with y'all in case y'all haven't heard about it before. At the number 4 spot, from the house of Gucci, we have Gucci Guilty Cologne. All right, you guys, last but not least, and if you are still watching, big salute. I really do appreciate you. This last one is also a modern twist on the Eau de Cologne style fragrance. Last but not least, from the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal Cologne. All right, so this one here is going to appeal to the type of person that wants something fresh, but also a bit more refined and upscale. The notable notes in L'Homme Ideal Cologne is going to include grapefruit, orange, pink pepper, almond, neroli, as well as musk. I'll spray this one as well. Yeah, this one is going to be a plethora of peppery, spicy, citrus notes being blended with a subtle hint of almond, which does give this one a sweet, nutty, and almost creamy demeanor. Throughout the mid, you are going to have some floral neroli, which brightens up the scent profile, and then in the base, you will be met with musk, which does an excellent job at taming some of the sweeter notes in the opening as well as in the mid. Overall, this is an excellent composed fragrance, but that comes to no surprise because at the end of the day, this is a Guerlain fragrance. What I like about this one is that it is more complex when you compare it to many of the other freshies out there, but it's easy to wear, which makes this one super versatile. I am aware it is discontinued, but if you can find a bottle at a decent price, my advice is to scoop it up because it's an excellent fragrance in general and one that will shine during the spring. Definitely a fragrance that I've already started to reach for now that it's starting to warm up out here in Texas. At the number 5 spot, last but not least, from the house of Guerlain, we have L'Homme Ideal Cologne. All right, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the video. Those are 10 spring fragrances that should undoubtedly be on your radar for 2023. I wanna thank the homie Da Neem for teaming up with me to do this collaboration. Thank you, brother. Congrats, by the way, on 1,000 subs. It was well-deserved. You absolutely earned it. If you enjoy fragrance-related content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, subscribe to Da Neem as well. We grow together, you guys. Time for this giveaway. I was a little hesitant to do a giveaway in this video as I did feel a need to hoard my old team, but screw it. I love y'all. So 2 things. This is what you need to do. Make sure you're subscribed, obviously, and then leave a comment below. Let me know which fragrance you would like to check out on my portion of the list, and I will send that out to you free of charge. Just make sure you live in the United States. That's all you got to do. Listen, we have a ton of exciting content coming down the pipe, so do make sure to stay tuned. Until next time, you guys, y'all take care. Stay safe. Good luck on the giveaway. All right. Bye.